the whole "if you come on the day of the full moon, all the water will change into blood" thing is a lie? The water's normal. Of course it is. Are you stupid? If it actually turned red, that would be in all the fucking papers. God damn it, Himeno. Of course it is. Jeez. Right away, Himeno says so regretfully. Even so, she's still unable to hold back her excitement at having come to the aquarium, and her steps are fittingly light. As we come out of the gate, there are several small tanks nearby. Mantanum Aquarium's first and most celebrated exhibit is one displaying fish native to Tokyo Bay. There are 4 tanks in the corner, from left to right, each one showing the environments of the river flowing into Tokyo Bay. Brackish water shoots the open water come right after another. Himeno giggles as rockfish, porgy, and other fish we recognize from the supermarket are also there. This booth also showcases environmental problems in order to prompt consciousness of the issue, causing a tightening in my chest. Water pollution is a serious problem. Tomorrow, I think I'll try asking Mom to use a little less detergent. Okay. Suddenly it got like this. Himeno's reaction to the was polar opposite of mine. Even as I'm reading the panels, she's uninterested in the display. Just like that, I read every last panel. Himeno has long since stopped watching me, crossing her arms and puffing out her cheeks. Thanks for waiting, Himeno. Jeez, you're too serious, Mayu. It's not like you... If you act like that the whole time, the day will be over, or they'll close. It'll be fine. This area isn't that big. It's not like I'm going to read everything. I could read everything. Oh, that would be the perfect... How do we avoid the big tragedy? I read everything, and the day ends before anything actually happens. Yay! That's a plan. As soon as she hears what I said, an expression of dissatisfaction appears on Himeno's face. Well, let's head on to the next area. Next is... the tunnel tank? Oh, there might be ghosts. Maybe that'll be what happened with the human-like fish. Maybe that'll be with the human-like fish. Jeez, come on. Why is she so into this? Jeez, come on already. Even saying something like that, upon entering the aquarium, I had begun to enjoy myself. Upon cheerfully calling out to Himeno, my previous unease had disappeared, leaving me ready to move forward with a light step. Amazing. Really amazing and pretty. With no door to partition this booth and the next, passing besides this tank took us on to the next one, where larger breeds of fish swim about. Ooh, that's a manta ray. That's a... I'm not sure what that is, but it sort of looks like a whale at that side and a shark at that side. That's an air current. No, that's probably like schools of fish. This is no ordinary tank, but a rather giant tube-like tunnel with the left and right sides connected above our heads into an arc. As we move through the tunnel, we are able to watch the fish moving around in 3 dimensions. We bring our faces as close as we can to the glass, giving the illusion that we're in the ocean. I mean, those things are really cool. It's not that complicated. I mean, you just need to have really strong glass, really. Because the real trick of it is the water pressure. That's the problem. That's the thing that can cause the glass to really break. Just watching the mantas, the rays, the various types of sharks, and the sea turtles could be intoxicating. When I was a child, I thought the ceiling might crack, but now I passed up that feeling, leaving only the throbbing of my heart. The water is giant. It's a giant bundle of blue, various colors within it shooting every which way. Being able to see how big they are up close, separated by mere centimeters of glass, is so impressive that gives me the grace realization of our shared experience. Here, Himeno's pace slows. She takes her step one by one. Hey, Mayu, look at these huge fangs. Himeno, that fish is cute too. Wow, the stingray's fish is so creepy. Really, I think it's cute. Hey, a manta, it's huge. The little one over there looks yummy. What? The manta ray? Do people eat manta rays? I'm unaware of this. Talking as the words come to us, our conversation seems out of sync. Our feelings being touched, however, are the same, and Himeno's enjoyment is obvious. Being surrounded by the water and the fish as we are, we feel as though we're freed from any sense of time. Mayu, doesn't this ray's face look human? Maybe so. It does. It does. The mystery of the human-faced fish is solved. Naturally. Well, if you're okay with it, then so am I. Thus we learn the true nature of one of the urban legends. I was fine either way, but for Himeno this is probably the best. Though from Himeno's enthusiastic stance, even as she watches the fish she probably realizes how implausible it all is. Rather than get tired of it though, I'm just having fun. I move leisurely through the tunnel, coming to a stop at the center. Up to this point, only the big things have caught our eyes, but on closer inspection of the tank, there's also sand piled up to our knees, with shrimp, shellfish, small fish, and other such creatures dwelling there. Compared to the manta rays, the small shrimp, which can't even be considered child-size, seems so cute and innocent as they swim about, breaking through the sand. Hey, look, Himeno. It's tiny! As expected, Himeno has followed the human-faced ray on seeing my fingertip, speaks in a playful tone. Upon sensing the tremors from Himeno poking through the glass, the ray kicks at the sand and flees deeper into the tank. Man, it's gone now. As I say this to Himeno, I smile at a small shrimp. Himeno does the same, smiling widely. Before long, the two of us are looking up at the ceiling, toying with the question just how high it is. Even looking up, we can only see the fish swimming, never the ceiling itself. Looking up from the bottom of the sea, one would normally see the rays of sun piercing the water, but looking up here was the opposite, with the bottom of the sea seeming to continue forever. It could have been the reflection of the light, or the ceiling really might have been too high. As I realize I can't be sure, my eyes settle on a small but characteristically long-nosed shark swimming past. Sharks? Sharks? That's a ray, isn't it? I just saw it from behind earlier. As soon as I muttered that, Himeno responds. It's true, though, although I'm interested in this type, Himeno has fixated on the human-faced ray. Uh-oh. Huh? What's up? Himeno asks, but I falter. This conversation gives me a sense of what you might call deja vu. How strange. It feels as if I've had this conversation before. At that moment, my vision is dyed ultramarine. Huh? It was no longer Himeno in front of me, but someone else that had caught my attention. This can't be real. Hey, Mayu! The ultramarine color changed. Within it, a face like mine passes before me. A face like mine from 5 years ago. Wearing an ultramarine overcoat that merges with the color of my vision, the girl turns to me and seems to be giving me a gentle smile. Mayu, wait! Mari... Without hearing Himeno calling me back, I start running. We haven't finished looking at everything but in the tube tunnel tank, but there's something more important right in front of me. Long hair that looks almost transparent, a thick blue coat, cute boots with fur on them. There's no way I could forget that outfit. Because it was the outfit of my little sister, Nakanobe Mari. Mari, probably. Wore what she wore when she went missing 5 years ago. The girl quickens her pace, as if playing with me, and disappears out on the other side of the tunnel. There are hardly any people there, but I lose sight of her between the shadows of the tank in the corner. Mari, how? Why? Hey, Mayu, wait! Breathing heavily, Himeko. Okay, I think that's probably a typo. I say sorry, and break away from her, searching for the vision of Mari. As I come out of the tunnel, I survey the area, spotting a winter skirt nearby. I chase after that swaying form. Behind me, I hear the intensity of Himeno rushing steps and quicken my pace. Having fallen into a trance, I realize what's going on when I slam into someone and fall on my backside. Hello, not the person I saw. The girl clicks her tongue as she picks up what she had dropped. As I start to say, excuse me, to her, she's already moving past me and running off somewhere. Because of that brief incident, I'm unable to find my way out of my confusion. Or I'm able to. Anyway, Mari. I feel bad about the person I run into, causing me to feel flustered. In that exchange, I lose sight of both the long hair and that long skirt. But you were going this way, right? I'm not sure of myself where I'm running to, but I think you can say I'm definitely running with all my heart. pass between more tanks, more tanks than I can remember, but I don't pay them one bit of attention. I just continue following Mary's back. Mari is just as bashful as she was the day she disappeared. Hey, Mayu, get a hold of yourself! Those few words end my chase. To be more accurate, it was ended by Himeno herself, who grabbed my wrist. Huh? You suddenly took off, and you wouldn't turn around no matter how many times I called to you. Even when you dropped something, you had no idea. What happened all of a sudden? I dropped something? That's weird. I thought the other girl dropped. Maybe I just didn't notice. Wait, Himeno, if I can go after Marie, I'll explain everything, so... Hold it! I look back at Himeno upon hearing her extremely hurt voice. I see tears forming in her eyes. I turn my whole body to face her. I stand in silence like this for several seconds. If I tell Himeno about Mary, I'm sure she'll regret bringing me to Manton Aquarium. When she followed me, she had to have seen Mari. It's natural that she would have some misgivings about chasing me chasing some total stranger, since she doesn't know about her. Even so, I'm not sure what to say. If I apologize now and play dumb, we can probably go back to playfully searching the aquarium for information. But it's not something I can do. It isn't the similarities that are the problem. Mari's here, just as she had been on that day. There's no way I can go home without taking her with me. Mayu, tell me what's going on. Who's Mari? Why do you keep running off without saying anything? Tears are pouring out of Himeno's eyes. I can't understand why she's so sad, but still, my little sister. My little sister. She was here. Little sister? See, the girl I was chasing, she's my little sister. She disappeared 5 years ago. At this aquarium. Looking at her Himeno's tear-stained face, I can no longer feel like hiding anything. Perhaps in the depth of my consciousness, I'm hoping Himeno will be satisfied, say she wants to look with Mari with me. I'll explain in detail more later. On top of that, when I looked back once more, Himeno squeezes my hand and holds me back. This is the gentlest but the strongest she's held my hands. Himeno stares into my eyes, then tilts her head to the side. What do you mean? You were chasing someone? I told you that little girl in front of me, wearing the ultramarine coat and the boots, remember? That was Mari, exactly how she looked long ago. Mayu, snap out of it! Himeno shouts. This isn't simply a loud voice, but one weighed down with great sadness. It definitely gets through to me, but that doesn't mean it'll stop me. Because without a doubt, I was right. Mari had been right before my eyes, so I had to chase. Let's just say that even if this Mari girl is here, she would have grown in 5 years, and her clothes wouldn't be the same. It's summer, so she wouldn't be wearing a coat. Moreover, she was here. I saw her. No, Mayu, no, you weren't. You weren't chasing anyone. You just took off running, leaving me behind. Okay, could you just calm down for a bit? Our tickets will get us back in, so how about we get some cocoa in the rest area? I think you're tired since you were a little shaky earlier. Himeno seems pretty frantic, so I know she isn't lying just to persuade me. But there's no way that seeing Mari here was a lie. No, that's why I started to speak without really knowing what I wanted to say. Himeno. Mayu, okay? Wiping away her tears, Himeno smiles at me. Surely she has plenty strong feelings about this whole thing. I'm sure she has loads to say to me about keeping the whole Mari thing and my reasons for visiting the Manton Aquarium quiet. Even so, it seems as though Himeno has accepted me. She just smiles and lets it go. That's probably right. Surely if we're by the entrance, we'll know if Mari comes out. Mayu, that's good. That's right. That's more like you. Let's go have some cocoa, and you can tell me everything. And she smiles. Himeno once again takes my hand in her soft palm. Oh, that's right. You dropped this. You gotta be more careful. With a hand that isn't holding my own, she hands me something small. I don't think this is mine. It's a keychain. The blue droplet's shape is inlaid with stardust that also holds a starfish charm. It isn't exactly rare, being a giveaway item. But why did Himeno have it? Only questions arise in my mind. Why, when that keychain was... I'm thinking about it, I instinctively shake off Himeno's hands. Hey, what are you doing? After I picked it up for you and all. Himeno's voice is like an arrow, piercing through me. The pain in my chest is nothing more than a discomfort. What is she saying? That isn't mine, so I can't possibly have dropped it. And now I can't look at Himeno's face. Liar. Huh? Liar? That's not mine. It isn't something I dropped. It was Mari's. Mari dropped it. That can't be. I'm not lying. Really, there's no Mari-chan, so she couldn't have dropped the keychain. Himeno was becoming gruff as she continued. Really? Isn't it you who's lying? No one else is here. That's enough, Himeno, you dummy. Saying only that, I turned back to Himeno. When I glanced back, Himeno's shock expression is getting further away. She was there. Mari had definitely been there. Because the Chine Himeno had belonged to Mari. There's no way I could forget it. It was only just before Mari went missing. For the two of you, just this once. Upon saying that, Mom handed us each 100 yen coins. That day was a cold winter day. The Manton Aquarium souvenir area. The smell of construction lingered faintly in the air. There were manta and penguins, stuffed animals, stationery with the logo on it, and various souvenirs. At the entrance to the souvenir stand, there were the gacha machines containing the keychain. I don't remember all the various types, but Star Sand was packed with in the plastic drops. The charms were all modeled after fish at the aquarium. It's fairly typical for a gacha, but at the time it seemed very enticing to me. The same for Mari, and we gazed into the gacha machine. Gacha. Mari was the one who would usually beg our parents at this point, but neither of us had bought a souvenir, and both of us said we wanted the keychains. Since Mom couldn't be completely broken, she emphasized the only one time bit. Yay! Mari held out both hands with glee. Well, I probably just smiled. I remember that inside I was just as happy. As to which of us went first, it was of course the more assertive Mari. She's always like this, a cheerful and inquisitive child. How cute! Mr. Star! Mari got a starfish charm keyblade. Oh, did I say keyblade? That would be awesome, though. Sorry. Mari got a starfish charm key. I'm keeping that one. I'm keeping that mistake. Usually I might cut them out if I am capable, but I'm keeping that one. I like that one. Mari got a starfish charm keychain, which she put on her keyblade and it turned it out. At this point, Mari didn't know the difference between a starfish and a star. I was the next to get one. It was a pink drop with a jellyfish charm. A jellyfish. That's the one I wanted most. Why don't you just trade? I pointed the index finger at her tiny hand, exclaiming in a loud voice. I was just learning how to use the first person when she mentioned herself. Instead of a normal I or me, she said it slowly. Hey, big sister, trade me. No way, I want this one. Oh. Naturally, as I had already fallen in love with the design, I obstinately turned her down. Upon begging my mother for one more time, my mother, who had warned her earlier, held her purse strings tight, leaving Mari to soak. Fine, stupid big sister. Without listening to my mother's admonishments, she ran off. Sulking after being called stupid, I naturally didn't chase her right away. My mother, being optimistic about the aquarium's small size, had also waited to go looking for her. And now, all I'm left with is my regrets. If only I had gone after her sooner. If only I had traded her keychains in the first place. Even so, the past is unchanging, and I'm left with only my regrets to bear. So in case I could ever trade with Mari again, I've stubbornly carried around that keychain, the one with the pink droplet shape, and the jellyfish charm like a treasure. I rummaged through my bag, seeking it to feel the keychain in my hands. Huh? Why, at a time like this, I had forgotten to bring it. The keychain wasn't in the bag nor in my pockets. So, wait, so I apparently dropped this, apparently. And I ran into that other girl, who also dropped something and picked it up. Maybe she had that, and she picked up my thing instead? Huh? A sigh naturally slipped out of my body. After all, I lost sight of Mari. Straight from Himeno. Himeno has the building maps, and there's nothing I can do. Huh. At that moment, a pungent aroma floats by and causes me to speak in surprise. Unable to bear the irritating stench, I pinch my nose. Still, the stench seems to twist in my nose. It's made of the smell of sewage, sulfur, and the nauseating stink of vinegar. Squish. And that is probably a good place to end it for today. Ooh. This is definitely interesting so far. It hasn't delved into the meat of it too much. I'm surprised I got to the backstory of the whole missing sister so quickly, actually. Maybe because this is like a bit of a shorter VN, but they don't dwell on things as long, so I expect it should be based on this very red squish, ramping up in pace very soon, in my opinion. I could be wrong. I could be very wrong. I have never played this before. But it's interesting, and I'm not really sure what's going to happen, or what's causing this especially. And considering that I know there are ways you can die in this, let's just say I think this will probably get pretty intense sooner over later. Or maybe it's one of those where you can, it's the same length, but you can get a bad end and it's at the same part. Usually they don't work like that. Usually you get the wrong choices and you go to the bad end like almost immediately, and that deviation is just there. They don't like pull you along for forever and say, haha, you got a bad end, you got a bad. But okay, that's all for today. So far I'm interested. I'm gonna keep playing. I'm not 100% sure about it, but it's short enough that I probably will end up going through the entirety of it. But other than that, see you all next time. Drive safely. Have a good one.